No.
Xavier, Xavier, I have a TV. I can see what's going on. I know we're live. Hey, we're live. Okay. Welcome to 5 and 20 News. I'm Ty Besh, and we're coming live from Crave Tucson Studios. We only have one studio, though. I got Joel here with me. This is the typical. He writes the headlines. I don't read them, and then I read them to you live for the first time, and then ask him questions if I have any questions. We also have a guy from the Real News here. He's just mad because we don't need press passes to go places, and we don't need air conditioning. And so, okay, cool. So we're gonna start the news. First headline, Joel, here we go. Arizona Senator Jeff Flake says that shutting down the government to get a border wall, as the president is threatening, is a bad idea. Flake said that he and the president have the same goal of having the secure border, but that shutting the government never ends. Oh, yeah, shutting the government down never ends well. Trump made the threat during his visit to Phoenix on Tuesday. He blamed obstructionist Democrats for blocking his big, beautiful wall and also called out Flake for being weak on the border, although he didn't use Flake's name. The Arizona senator said that the administration should take a step back and consider the best way to make the border safe rather than just focusing on carrying through on a campaign point. He said that he would love to show Trump parts of the border where a wall wouldn't work, such as areas near Douglas and, is it Naco?
Naco.
Naco, yeah. Where there's a watershed that flows northward. Flake says that a wall, can you slow down? Can you slow down?
He's going
Flake
quick.
says that a wall installed in the area that the water couldn't be allowed to flow through if there was a wall there, is what he's saying. Trump was actually supposed to visit the border on Tuesday, but it was later scrapped from his schedule because he took too long tweeting about Jeff Flake. Dude, what was his tweet, do you know?
So he called him weak on the borders, and then he called him toxic.
But you never said his name. You never said his name.
In the tweets he did.
Oh, on the tweets he said.
But in the speech on Tuesday he didn't say his name, but it was really obvious that that's who he was referring to. He said,
it was very cryptic.
your other senator who's weak on borders. And it is pretty.
How many senators are there?
There's only two. So him and McCain, and then he already talked about McCain before that.
Yeah. So then it's not McCain.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So moving on. Slow down. The Libertarian Goldwater Institute filed a lawsuit against the state of Arizona, that's where we live, over the delay to expand the state's school choice program. The organization said that the attempted delay has plunged families' educational future into uncertainty. The law would extend eligibility to all 1.2 million Arizona students by 2022. That's you. There's not a camera on Xavier, you can't see him. But would first cap enrollment at 30,000. Critics say that the expansion would provide vouchers to families who don't need assistance to attend private schools and would put low-income families at risk. That's a bummer. Earlier this month, the program to expand. Did you go to private schools?
Public schools. I went to Catholic school from first.
You're from Boston. You have to go to the Catholic school.
Yeah, for first 5 years, and then did public school.
Oof.
Yeah.
For high school. No,
for high school. Yeah, middle school and high school.
Middle school and high school.
Yeah, it was a change of culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Earlier this month, a program to expand school voucher access was delayed after an anti-voucher group secured thousands of signatures in support of the delay. is also concerned that the legislation singles out protesters since they are protected under the First Amendment. The Pennsylvania bill is clearly in response to the pipeline protests, since the text mentions the costs associated with the demonstrations against the Dakota Access Pipeline, or DAP. Next up, Pennsylvania lawmakers will try and pass a bill that forces protesters to work on the pipeline if they are arrested. Okay, hold on a second.
That one's me.
Stop scrolling for a second, because I read something that was talking about how they want to make open carry illegal for protests only. And we were at the protests in Phoenix, and everyone could open carry now.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of
Everyone does
guns
it.
around. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Huh.
Open carry.
I think it's a good idea, but I would wonder how the Second Amendment people would feel about it, you know?
And we heard that a lot, because we were interviewing only Trump supporters.
For sure.
That one guy even pointed out to us, he's like, well, I'd go inside, but shing, I can't. He had 2 guns. He went like this. No, he didn't. Started juggling his guns. Anyway, so, okay, cool. Sheriffs in California are quietly using public appearances against a bill that would make California the first sanctuary state in the U.S. It's not. I thought it was already a sanctuary state.
Not state, no. They're LA's sanctuary city, right? They want to make the whole state sanctuary.
That's awesome.
Yep.
U.S. Senate Bill 54 creates sanctuary state protections in the state, meaning that local law enforcement would not have to comply with federal authorities. But before it gets a vote, sheriffs across California are using aggressive tactics to turn the public away from the bill. Earlier this year, Sacramento Sheriff's School, Jones invited immigration and custom enforcement. Oh, I see. So this guy, Sheriff Jones, invited immigration and custom enforcement, or ICE, ICE, to what was billed as a community forum. It was advertised as an opportunity to clear up information involving the immigration debate. However, in emails obtained by The Intercept, who's The Intercept?
It's a website, Intercept?
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Website.
Yep.
Really trustworthy.
Yeah.
It's shown that the community event was actually intended to derail the sanctuary state bill. In a follow-up email, Sheriff Jones, he's back, wrote to an ICE director, ICE, that I'm sure there are more comfortable ways to spend a Tuesday evening, but I do believe this will run the tide of SB 54, end quote.
Good impression, too.
This guy sounds just like that. I watch YouTube videos. This is just a taste of the efforts of California sheriffs to make sure the law doesn't get a vote. Just so sad. All but one of the state's elected county sheriffs are engaged in an intense lobbying effort through media campaigns closely coordinated with the Trump administration. Boo, it's a sound effect right there. The administration, or you should do the tweet every time I say Trump, the tweet button. The administration has limited in the bright blue state, California. So creating partnerships with the state sheriffs is the best way to get the bill scrapped. Sheriffs have the most to lose if the Trump administration goes through with a threat to withhold millions of dollars in police grants for so-called sanctuary cities. What even are those? They never addressed the concept of a sanctuary state, but it's safe to assume that the same threat applies. Other emails obtained by The Intercept show that the state's law enforcement plans to align with the far right if SB 54 ends up passing. Together, they plan to establish a ballot initiative to roll back the immigrant protections. If that fails, then the Trump administration plans to use a great, tremendous saw to cut off California and send it to the specific. Finish him. Oh, I thought it was Bugs Bunny. Remember he saws off Florida? Oh, sorry. I couldn't finish the sentence. That's insane, because you'd think like, Joel, okay, tell me, Joel, have you been to California?
Sure, many times.
What do you think of the police officers there? I thought they were like more, because California's so diverse and stuff.
These are sheriffs, though. They're different. Sheriffs. Yeah, so they're head of the county.
Yeah.
So, you know, you have, and the thing is that they're getting a lot of money. So if they're considered a sanctuary city, they don't get these grants. So it's a lot of money, millions of dollars, that goes to the sheriff's office.
Millions.
So, you know, essentially they're getting money for it. So that's always about money, right?
Yeah, it's about money.
Yep. Is that what it is, Xavier?
What's that, Xavier? Say it. If you want to say it, say it. Anyway, yeah, Arlo's not switching to Joel. Jesus. Yeah, they're just relying on my face of reactions to Joel's voice. Scientists have identified specialized brain cells that help us understand words, according to a new report in the Journal of Science. The report says that we gain meaning from words we hear by keeping track of changes in the pitch of the voice. I agree, which happens to me a lot, you guys haven't noticed. The experiment was carried out by studying the brains of 10 epilepsy patients awaiting surgery who all had electrodes placed in the surface of their brains, or on the surface of the brains. This allowed the team to monitor the activity of the patient's brain cells as they listened to a series of sentences spoken by a computer. They would hear different versions. In the release version, the report encourages further development of the coal and nuclear industries and states that unnecessary government regulations have been responsible for the industry's decline. However, the report also found the main reason for the decline in coal was the cheap price of natural gas. Ed recommended giving power plants pricing advantages for their power, along with the cheaper and easier ways to get permits. The unreleased version contained much more explicit support for the renewable industry, stating that increases in renewables could be done without stressing the electricity grid, which is often used as a reason why renewable energy isn't sustainable. But some renewable energy groups were somewhat positive on the report only because the Ed didn't use the occasion to trash the industry. And we have someone from the real news here. Come on the news. An official from the Solar Energy Industries Association, or SEIA, or CI, wrote in a statement that the report did not lay the demise of coal at the feet of renewable energy. And that is an important finding. It's a pretty low bar when the industry is just happy that the Energy Department, or Ed, didn't blame them for destroying the economy.
All right.
Joel, any other news we got to know about, Joel? That's it.
There was a couple of things on the.
I saw you looking at your phone.
Yeah, there was lots of stuff happened. North Korea launched some missiles again.
That's fair.
Coming out. Yeah, that's like every week, you know. And then Trump finally signed the transgender ban, so that's official. He said that Mattis, the Secretary of Defense, he has latitude over what to do with the guys who are serving now. And it said that there's estimated 10,000 transgender soldiers right now. So it affects a lot of people.
It affects a lot of people. That's sad.
So a lot of going on today.
Well, that was the. Oh wow. Okay, this is a big paragraph for the ending. This was I'll read this verbatim. This is 5 and 20 News with ya boy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook accounts for all the latest Creative Tucson content. Feel free to bother us at info@creativetucson.org. Stick around for Joel's segment on This Week in Mediocrity. Thanks
Yep.
for watching. Secret. Oh wait, hold
Oh,
on.
and then,
whoa.
oh yeah,
After.
right.
You still hear me?
We got like an
After-
hour show today.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
Joel's gonna do his mediocrity thing. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, but we had this video that we shot during. We went to the. Joel's like, let's go to the Phoenix rally Tuesday, and we're like, all right, cool. And so we went up in the CRV, and we only talked to Trump supporters in shirts that said Tucson for Trump. He had one that said fake media stream.
Fake stream media.
Fake stream media.
Uh-huh.
Just basically shirts that got Trump people like, let's go, like we like you. And then so, yeah, we got them saying stuff after his
being
mediocrity.
fair, not
fair.
make them look stupid.
No,
or
we
anything.
weren't BuzzFeed and
Nope.
fucking going up to them,
Yep.
why are you racist? Like, come on,
Yeah.
like, get
No,
out of
no,
here.
regular conversations.
Anyway, so that'll be after his segment. It's only 5 minutes. Stick around, you want to watch that. It's pretty important. His stuff's important too. Trump flip this table. That's it. Fade out.
All right.
Fade.
Be right back.
All right, cool. All right, so
That was
we're
great.
gonna switch.